Welcome to the Carolina Flare Insider. I'm your host, RV Hodge. This is December. This is our final episode of 2019. Today we have some pretty exciting insights to show you and some pretty exciting news at the end. Stay tuned. I'm down forward in hole 65. This is a 64-foot sport fisher. This one's going to be a true sport fisher in all senses of the word. But today we are taking a very inside look, all the way inside our tanks. We have 3 tanks represented here, a water tank, and in the middle we have a holding tank. So I'm going to look at them by stages. Stage 1, we have extra fiberglass in there to seal it up. All of this gets sealed with a potable water resin. It's FDA approved. That's all very important, of course. We want to have good, clean water when we're drinking it. We put in these flanges. This creates a nice flat surface for the top panel when we drop it into the place. You can see I have spacers here holding it down and a stiff leg bow holding it so that everything is squeezed out. Step 2, these 2 tanks are tied together on the other side of this bulkhead. We'll take a look at that in just a second, but their water level will always be the same. You can see we've got the baffles fitted and we're about ready to start gluing and tabbing those in. You can see that the water can pass through this freely and all go out. Taking a closer look at our baffles here, the baffles are set up, they're actually on a 30-inch maximum spacing. Those are designed to keep the water from sloshing back and forth and destabilizing the boat. It's a big boat, but you'd be amazed how much wave action can get water action going and really mess you up. Hence we have the baffles, solves all the problems. And then we come to the holding tank. You can see we have pipes here where it comes in from the drains from the bathrooms. We have pipes here where it gets pulled out to be dumped overboard. And then there's vents and various other sensors on this. On the underside of this lid, and this tank is at the final stage. We're ready to glue this lid down. On the underside of this lid, that's the pickup pipes so that we're pulling from the very bottom when we vacuum all of that out. Those big vacuum pumps that are used to empty that out. Let's take a look at the other side. So we're on the engine room side and our water tank is here. Our waste tank is here and the other water tank is here. So in order to get a good crossover between these 2 water tanks, we have diagonally drilled and installed a pipe through these stringers into the tanks, and then we've created a jig here to make sure all the alignment is good, so when the mechanics get to it and they put in their true crossover, all this pipe only exists as an alignment jig, as does this one here for our sight glasses, so that we maintain our thread alignment integrity. So when they go to put the pieces together, it's as accurate as we can make it and deliver it to them. Now, let's go take a look at a service project. We're on the carpenter's loft in the repair building right now, and what we're looking at on the table here is a bench top, a teak bench top that has been made to replace one that was damaged, along with a lot of other extensive things on the out of office, which is in the background. So as you can see, there's some final trimming going on here. Bob is truing this up so that it'll align just right on the mounting brackets that are on the boat. So you saw Bob take the rough cut with the jigsaw. Jigsaw is not a precision tool. The next step he's gonna do is he's got the template, the pattern, and he's gonna take a flush cut bit, a heavy duty flush cut bit, and he's gonna true that up with his router, and that will give him a perfect match to the existing pattern. After the flush cut, we do a little round over. It actually hangs down like this from the router, and then it follows and gives us a nice clean round over, as the name infers, and then everything gets sanded up. It's really part of the finished process that makes it as beautiful as it is. We're looking at the seat after it's been trimmed and adjusted, rounded over, sanded up a little bit, and it's set on the place here. And you can see that the bracketing is all brand new. A lot of this was damaged during Hurricane Irma, and all of this was refabricated here at our fabrication facility at Jarrett Bay. So this seat, this metalwork here is a prime example of the craftsmanship we have here available at Jarrett Bay Boat Works. And as you can see, by taking a broader look at this catamaran out of office, it was damaged in Hurricane Irma pretty extensively, and 2 years later, it is almost a brand new boat. As always, thank you for joining us for the Carolina Flare Insider. Now, at the beginning, I told you there was some news that this is the final episode of 2019. This is, in fact, the final episode of the Carolina Flare Insider. It's not all bad. We are rebranding, and starting in January, we will be the Jarrett Bay Insider. The purpose for our rebranding is we're going to be expanding our scope. We're going to be looking at some service projects. We're going to be looking at some history. We're going to be looking at some pretty cool stories. It's going to be a lot broader than just new construction. On behalf of myself and all the staff here at Jarrett Bay, we want to wish you a Merry Christmas and a happy and prosperous New Year.